iad na Jocharajan do chacha chéile iad agus bara farca. Chur Andy Mitchell, Chris Hegarty agus Wayne Drummond Poundy Paper son Rangers an St Taurig, agus by Sean na dwach gaif.
Mitch knew he was signing for Rangers like for a while, like before me and Chris did, and I don't know if Mitch remembers it, but I can remember when we were away with Northern Ireland and we were playing Spain, and he'd said about him signing for Rangers, and I was still at Millwall at the time, and I said to him, "Oh, I'd love to be in your shoes, you know what I mean? I'd love to sign for Rangers. It's unbelievable," and I think it's just the way football is. Like I said, you know, the three of us end up together at Rangers.
Obviously, if you're going to any new club, it's going to be hard for you. Like, no settling in if you're just with getting to know new teammates and all. But when these are here, you can sort of like go in like a wee pack, if you know what I mean. And it's much easier. It is much easier.
You go home and you talk to all the people you know back home, and they wish they could have had the opportunity we have to come to a club that you want to play for.
From when you're younger, even myself, and you go around the field and you play football for your mates, you go around your Rangers kit and you pretend you're a Rangers player, and you always dream, even though I'm a goalkeeper, you always dream when you're younger scoring against Celtic. That's just one of the things. It's massive back home, like, so it is.
Ha Chris agus Wayne a fudach colladí chéile Fashgir Murray Park, agus ha Andy a fudach colladí a Farrington.
The flat's good, so it is. You can't complain, you know, especially when you get it for nothing. But like you said, we've got the penthouse suite here, but we're still convinced someone died in it before we got it. Like, nah, we try and keep it as well as we can.
Do you take sugar? We have to start off somewhere, I suppose. Next year, probably if we get new contracts and stuff, probably get a nicer place, hopefully. But it'll do the job for the meantime. Like.
Higgsy does the cooking because I can only make toast, so he does all the cooking and then I would clean the dishes and all. But like hoovering and stuff like that, there the both of us do it, and then we look after our own room and do our own washing and ironing. So it's handy enough. Keep the place well, like, so it is.
Shouldn't be ironing this here. It's not for me. It's just for someone back home.
Every time I come here, the flat's spotless. Plus Higgsy's cooked you like a mince and spuds as well, like. Cooks a good mince and spuds, like.
The banter between the three of us is very good, you know, which helps us a lot. We're always smiling and always cracking jokes as well. And like I said, out for meals and all, and sometimes I try and go on the flirt with some of the wee grannies over in the home, like, so I do, but none of them ever have any of it, like. But it's always good crack. It's good to have the three of us for a chat.
Han trúr seo a clúich son an skippe vo ús nu bliana diag, a cha iad a gamast iad a fríomh skippe.
Try and get into the 19s and reserves and play as many games as possible then. In the future, hopefully get a whole hard work pays off, and hopefully put on the jersey one day and go out running Ibrox. It'll be a great feeling for all my family and it'll be brilliant.
The first thing I want to do this season is win my first Old Firm. I want to experience what it's like, you know, to beat Celtic.
Just get myself a new contract this year. This will be a short-term goal, like, and play reserves next year as much as possible. And then hopefully, you know, long-term I'll be getting myself a longer contract at the club and stay here for as long as possible, because it's a great place to be, like.
Gaf Rangers laf yn nwch yr tras y game le tyl o Max Wright agos gydiera fel y corm sy'n bi ac yn left glei. Gewn daf yn y dile han y gyda'r y tyl o Gordon Dick. Aper agos gydiera cadw ge fath yn ysgwy yn darn y tyl. This is show. San y fe Ceir Gynioni ag le wnia drwy'n tyl sio hwyr Robbie Crawford. Hwyr Robbie Crawford yn darn y tyl ag y leach sliad rhan darn y le. Cynnych nich cwys yn y sio, tŵp yn y mar noni, o Rangers Cwyd. Ik niet kuzen koeien in de show ik Murray Park, agus aper uit de tuil, van koshak toshak. De tuil show van Max Wright off is the Rangers. Krieg Kujunen, Unana.
Let's see what that result has done for the under-90s position in the current league table, as well as looking ahead to their fixtures over the next month.
Lys gydochriach nich Kujen Kujunen yn ei hebs, ha Rangers aan zijn 3 atjes yn league. Ha iad 3 pwingen i'r cwolaf o Pereen, agos ha 2 gêm y farach gach gyr i clwyche. Ha iad gan chawl aan zijn league, agos ha cia farnag eich y fawn is iad i'r 3 pwingen. Ha gêm morach ga i'r falaf yn ei o Pereen, agos a Nurshan gêm aan zijn groepe yn ei Devon Vale. St Johnson yn Nurshan ag Murray Park mys clwychiad Celtic yn siaf wadiag. Ha gêm yn ei Hamilton agos cia farnag a torst mias trang gwcriach.
Every month on the program we are showcasing a different collection of Rangers memorabilia. This time it's the turn of the legendary Badgeman, who's so good at collecting he made it his job.
My name's Tam Smith. I've been collecting badges for 50 years.
The badges are all £2.50, any 3 for £6.
At the moment I've probably got over 5,000 badges in my collection.
All major credit cards accepted.
Most Rangers fans just know me as Tam The Badgeman. I get the badges from club shops, eBay, other collectors. Really, many years ago it was writing letters, but nowadays the internet makes it so much easier. You can get in touch with collectors in Barcelona, Dortmund, wherever in the world. Sports day badges are one sort of category. Another main category would be the supporters clubs, because they're all over the planet. There's then commemorative badges for winning trophies, and match badges nowadays are very popular abroad. The foreigners, all their club shops bring them out and so on. At one point I had 24,000 badges in my personal collection, but it just I ran out of space, and I then done away with all the non-Rangers badges. It was a bonus in the sense that I realised quite a bit of money from it, and I'd sold them slowly over a period of years. But I'm left only with Rangers badges now and nothing else. The IUBC A badge is the oldest badge I have. Yeah, it stands for the Rangers United Brake Club Association, and this was before motorised transport. Supporters clubs would get on the horse and carts and drive out to Motherwell, Falkirk, wherever it was Rangers were playing. The badge I have, I can only imagine, was at least 100 years ago and possibly 120 years ago. The Bill Struth badge is the rarest badge in my collection. I got this badge in part of a collection I bought in the early 90s, and it wasn't until about 10 years later I saw a photograph of Bill Struth in 1953 at the Coronation Sports Day event, and he's wearing this distinctive badge on his lapel, and I have the actual badge. It says Director Manager on it, 1953 Coronation Sports Day. The Alan Morton badges are a unique set within my collection. It's not just the fact of owning a badge and looking at it, when you realise the person that owned it, the person that wore it, and it's wandered about the halls of Ibrox for decades possibly. The tour badges are almost as rare as the Alan Morton Director set. The oldest one would be 1928, Rangers tour of the USA. There's also a tour of Germany and Austria badge. Again, the players would be given these. These were very unusual, Scottish teams, British teams playing abroad in Europe. And also I've got a 1954 Rangers Tour of Canada badge, and again belonged to one of the players. They were handed out before or during the trips, and also to the officials over there. Badges are highly collectible, partly because they're bright, colourful and small and relatively cheap, in the main. Modern ones anyway. There's many friends and phone calls and letters are behind some of these badges, and memories of matches and people I've met. I know quite a lot of Rangers collectors, but I imagine this is the biggest Rangers badge collection in the world.
It's time now for our regular look behind the dressing room door. It's a chance to find out what the Rangers squad really gets up to when the cameras are turned off.
Kirk Broadfoot, without a doubt, because he complains about just about every aspect of life. There's a few actually, but the worst I would say would have to be Kyle Lafferty. His gear's all over the place. I mean, sometimes he comes in with pants that are too small, shirts that are like midriff shirts. It's just terrible. I'll go again with Kyle Lafferty again. I try to get a few pranks in there myself. It's all in good fun. Like quite a few of the boys are in there doing silly things. Kyle as well again. Kirk. We like to kind of like plant the seed and then let it just grow. Watch everyone else just fuss about over who's doing whatever and what's happening. Whole team, man. Some of the CDs they bring in for the pregame stuff is unbelievable. I'd say I have the best taste. Me, Kirk, and me and Kirk have the best taste, but some of the other guys, it's unbelievable. Vlad, man, he's come in. He's got a few things in under his wing. He's a tricky little player. He likes to do all that flashy stuff, so. He's one to watch. Doesn't do well. Again, this might seem like I'm picking on the kid, but I'm going to say Kyle Lafferty is not a practice player. Kirk Broadfoot. Definitely Kirk Broadfoot. Without a doubt, I think if you ask anyone who knows him, anyone who doesn't know him, you'll get the same answer.
There's a busy month ahead for Rangers, plenty of league and European action. We will have a look at all those fixtures in a moment after we've seen the latest league table.
Ha Rangers a hula game a bhuanachig an san SPL, agus ha 3 pointen net hoiseach Celtic. Ha St Marinnic Bownan League le Hamilton agus Kia Varnick os an Cún. Ha Hibernian, Operain agus Dundee United a Gianov Suas a Chorien Shia gu Ishal. Is iad in your niche ha a creachnachig na gémanan ans an davar, han tultin a toshachig le game mór Jorpach in a Valencia, agus a Nursin St Mirren. Ha hebs govi ag Ibrox le game mór in a Operain ri chuige. Sound go Rugby Park a ha iad a shul mustel Manchester United Ibrox, agus ha vies a chien go creach ag Tannadice.
Well, that's it from the blue half of Club TV. Over to you, Callum.
Thanks, Arthur. Having been over at Ibrox for Rangers European games, what have you been making of their performances so far?
I think really well. 5 points out of 3 games. I saw them play against Valencia last week, and before the game I thought, well, if we can get a point, I'm quite happy with the result, because Valencia, I saw them play against Barcelona in the weekend and they played really well. Valencia, they are a top side, good players. But after the game, I think the most people they were actually disappointed, because Rangers, they got really good chances. Naismith twice one against the goalkeeper, Kenny Miller. Edu, he hit the post as well. So after the game, I thought Rangers they could go for the 3 points. But so far, I think if you get the point away against Manchester, good score against Bursaspor, 3 points, and a point against Valencia. That's a good start. So hopefully we get the result next week in Spain, and we're still there actually to progress to the next stage.
With midweek games and games at the weekend, is there a danger of fatigue settling in?
It depends. Rangers, they are in a situation that the results are good, the winning games, they don't have too many injuries, and as a player, Tom can tell all about it as well. When you're winning games and the spirit is high in the dressing room, actually you want to play as many games as possible, and sometimes it's nice when you're playing Saturday, you're playing Wednesday, because during the week you don't do a lot of training. It's more the day after the game you recover from the game before, and then the day after that you already try to prepare yourself for the game coming up on Wednesday. But at the moment I'm sure that everybody wants to be part of the team, everybody's fit, and the spirit is high in the dressing room, so I think the players are looking forward to every game.
Will Neil Lennon be wishing he was involved in midweek competitions like the Champions League?